Hello, I'm LuNEJuNE, and in today's video, I'll be summarizing and giving my thoughts on the newest random dice update, Update 8.7.0. In this time around, we get two new dice that are legendary and non-legendary. Stick around to find out what they are, and let's dive into the video. Originally first named Prism Dice, Echo Dice is a remastered version of the experimental dice that we had a few weeks ago called Prism Dice. Echo Dice essentially can merge with any other dice and also can enable the dice to use its ability once more. The description states as follows: can merge with any dice of equal dot count after a cooldown period that begins upon summoning. Merging triggers any dice skill to activate an additional time. This means when merged with an assassin, the assassin dice can basically send its projectile once more at the enemy. Think of it as Prison Board, but as a dice form. Anyway, my initial thoughts were pretty positive as it will stir up the meta quite a bit when used right. Or that's what I thought. I mean, the concept itself is pretty cool and I would definitely want to try the new dice. However, in reality, the cooldown timer on the dice when it spawns really kills any potential with the dice itself. I have this video up on my channel and you can view the experimental version of Echo Dice through there. I just couldn't get any value out of Echo Dice, so I think this needs a slight change or rework to fix, just like variable dice. We finally have a non-legendary dice, and this one is certainly fascinating. It's a rare dice that deals 3,000 damage per hit. What? Now, don't panic yet, as the fire rate is incredibly slow, standing at 4 seconds. This means it has a DPS of 750, which is still quite insane for a rare dice. However, the catch is that when speed buffs are applied to Smite Dice with lunar or any other speed buffs, it will translate the attack speed to attack damage. To clear things up a bit, let me read you the description of the dice. A dice designed for firm blows. Attack speed is fixed to a set rate, but increases attack value when speed buffs are applied. I don't know the exact ratio of the damage and attack speed scaling, but I can't imagine how much damage this dice can deal. It might be the only rare dice that can actually compete in a higher level of play. We'll see about that. I have never been this hyped and excited for a rare dice, so my hopes are at an all-time high. I hope we can see some insane damage values in games. Also, another thing I have in mind, can attack speed stack? Can we have both lunar and time dice buff on it to deal more damage? We'll have to find out. Going back to Echo Dice, there is a limited time offer that is the Enhanced Diamond Chest. In this chest, there is a 20% chance of obtaining Echo Dice, so if you want the dice yourself, this is probably the best chance you will get. The offer will last till May 14th, 11:59 KST. Dimension Dice has been one of those dice in the game where it really tests the player's skill level, because this dice is one of the only dice that can actually end the game with the user's intentions. However, this time around, the devs of the game thought it was way too much, so they're giving it a nerf to this dice. The teleported mini-boss will spawn a little further away from the end gate, giving more time for the victim of Dimension Gate to actually counter it. I mean, the decker setup was already hard enough, but after you've mastered the early game, it was pretty much a guaranteed win as long as you didn't get destroyed by terrible RNG. I think this is a pretty good change, as you could still end the opponent with their miraculous skill level, while also enabling the opponent to actually counter it if they have any counters at their disposal. Satellite Strike dice might be receiving the biggest buffs here, as there is no longer a limit to how much percentage damage Satellite Strike can deal damage to. It used to be capped at 90% or something similar to that previously, So we had to use Blizzard's slow and the additional damage receiving factor for frozen targets to our advantage to one-shot the mobs. Check out this video for how that worked. It might be a little bit outdated and meaningless now, but nonetheless, it is still a very good and educational video. I highly recommend it. Going back to Satellite Strike, this dice can now fully kill any mob as long as there are enough of them on the board. This is another really good change as I think it gives a lot more freedom and leeway to Satellite Strike users. Man, I'm really enjoying these balance changes. I think they're going for the right direction. When I first read Giga Switch Dice was receiving a balance change, my heart sank as I haven't even tested the dice yet. However, to my surprise, it's a buff. Also, I am currently thinking of having Rom as a guest to check out Class 10 Giga Switch Dice as I don't have it at the moment. Anyway, the switch stack increased from 3 to 4. This isn't a significant change, but it does give the players a little bit more options when it comes to switching dice. Clone Dice is receiving a massive nerf this time around. Predator decks are gonna be gone forever, and Clone Combo Lunar decks are going to— Nope, it's just a small attack speed nerf. Yep, that was rather disappointing. They are also nerfing IX-10's passive damage from 100 to 50, while also reducing the attack speed from 1 second to 1.5 seconds. Yeah, I think they just completely missed this one when they were nerfing Royal and Silencer earlier on. There is a new event for random dice and it is called Black Hole Mode. At first glance, it might be some insane mode where there's a massive black hole eating your dice, but in reality, it's just a silencer mode where 5 tiles of the board is locked and will only unlock the wave after. Even then, the game will decide to just lock a different tile, so it's just PvP but with wave 50 Berserk Silencer constantly at your doorstep annoying you. Previously, there was a PvP mission where to win, you had to have less SP than the opponent. Pretty straightforward. However, they are changing that to having less SP when the boss spawns instead of at the end of the wave. This is most likely done to prevent people from using SP after they finish killing the boss. Either way, it's not that big of a significant change. Well guys, that's pretty much it for this update and video. I hope you enjoyed, and comment down below what you thought of this update and your favorite part. Like and subscribe if you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.